on a Tuesday.
And we have Liz.
In Billings,
Woo!
Montana.
Yep.
Oh, look, there we are. I'm like, where's the camera? Fun. What's Linda doing?
I look nice in pink too because it's
I
been
know,
really
the
cold.
lighting is pretty good. I need to floof my hair up.
This one. Okay.
We need. She
Hey.
needs a name. Hello.
She does need a name. She doesn't have a name.
Yeah, we should name her.
We never really did name our Mannies. Quinn.
Quinn's good.
Quinn. Oh, Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Quinn.
Mannequin.
You know, when I
It's
was
Quinn.
little, I called them womakins if they were
Oh,
girl
that's a
shaped,
good one.
and mannequins.
Oh, there
if
you go.
they
That
were
makes
boy
sense.
shaped.
Hey, that
That
looks
was-
like there's
yeah, you
4
were
of us
ahead of your
today.
time.
I know.
But somebody forgot her head.
Look.
And it wasn't me. You know how it would have to be
You know.
screwed on to right.
Yeah,
That's the only way to
could be
remember.
me
Hey,
eventually.
this is Linda and Sue
Hi.
from the Yarn Bar, and we have a special guest today.
Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn.
Hi, Quinn.
Quinn and Liz.
And Liz, yay.
And so Liz is here because we are going to talk about a fun event /
Yeah.
class that she's going to be
She's in charge.
kind of in charge. And so she also has somewhere else to
Wait,
go
where's
today,
my
so-
prop?
What's your prop?
I was
Oh,
gonna have
I thought
a
we were
prop.
gonna.
Pencils.
Where are they?
What?
Where'd you do with them?
Oh, they're over here.
Sorry.
Here's my prop.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Ooh, what do you
My
think?
prop.
What are we? What
we
are
going
we
on?
doing
Whoa,
with
sorry.
these today?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
You're still good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, nice. Props. And we're also in a new spot in the shop
We
for
are.
video.
We're right in
This
front
is
of our.
the Finull Garn. Here,
Yeah.
I can even
Fenal, look at that.
pop down for theatrical
Like
value.
approximately 90 colors of gorgeousness.
And we're kind of jumping in because Liz has a life and has to go do things. So.
Yes. Anyway,
Okay.
we are here because we have we are doing a great investment in 2024.
Investment.
An investment.
Investment.
An investment invests.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I kind of got that
kinda
after
like-
she
It
said
is
that.
an investment.
Woo,
We
good.
will be fully vested by the end of 2024.
Where's the drum?
Yeah, I know. I feel like that.
Oh, ba-dum-bum.
So yeah, we decided that I think 2024 was going to be a fun year for some
Kind of
color work.
we're making it like a year of the vest.
Yeah.
We've also said sleeveless in Montana.
I like that too.
We could pull out the, yeah.
And I just heard that 2023 was like the hottest year ever
Well,
this morning
then
on the
a
news.
vest
So
would be perfect.
vests
Get
are
your
the
sleeves
future.
And
Show
none of us
off
are wearing
the
our
sleeve.
vests
No, but
because it actually is kind of cold
it
out.
is.
Yeah.
We've managed to
We
be
got a
here
cold.
on the first
Cold snap.
really cold week we've had
Well,
in
it's the
Montana.
first snowstorm
Yeah.
Well, not
of
the first.
the winter.
Maybe of the
Yeah.
winter.
since
Yeah.
the
So-
winter solstice.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
the thing we're doing, I am going to be leading a vest along. It starts in February. We
Wait, no,
will.
it doesn't.
No, it starts
Yeah?
January 27th.
January 27th.
What? Oh,
It's
Fairisle.
close to February.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah. Fairisle with Finull Garn.
There we go. Finull
Fairisle
frenzy.
so
It's a frenzy of Fairisle.
Finull means fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Fine wool.
In
fine wool.
Norwegian,
Mhm.
Yep.
Finull Garn. Garn means
Yarn.
yarn.
We've had Finull Garn since we opened the shop in
Yep.
2017.
That was our that was one of our goals.
And it was such a fun
I remember.
setup because it was like the cubes and all the color, and it was so fun. And
Well,
it's still fun.
I remember picking out all the yarns.
Mhm.
Like they were all like on the floor, and
Mhm.
Jeffrey and
Jeremy,
Jeffrey
Jeffrey, and
and
Jeffrey.
his partner. Anyway, they were
Nice
really
guys.
helping us to pick out.
Yeah, because we
about-
saw it at market. First
Right,
market.
that's when we
Okay,
ordered
yeah.
it. Yep. hmm
Okay.
So
it is like a crayon box.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
a
like
woolly
a crayon
crayon
box.
box.
And so this started because I started
Do you want me to hold these?
Yeah.
Sharp
Whoops.
scissors.
Uh-oh.
Okay. They fell right, not on the point.
I've dropped them before. It's okay.
It's
Um,
okay.
Yeah. So I made this swatch this fall. Let me see if I can Look at
Got
that.
a few
Nice
people
and
that
Was
said
good.
that
hi.
gorgeous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Wild
Okay, so
Roses
that's
vest.
the swatch for the actual
And that's
one. So
that-
this is her beginnings of her vest.
So Liz's swatch morphed into
That is it.
like a huge project for,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
all of you,
for all of us.
for all of us.
Yeah. So I would say that this is like the challenge version. I will happily help folks through making this vest. But we have a version that's a little bit lighter too. And so that is the academic here. And there are absolutely thousands of projects for this on Ravelry.
Okay, so I printed out a few pictures.
I guess I gotta put these
Yeah, let's put that
Here's
down.
a version.
cute.
I like that one. She kind of reminds me of me. Okay. Maybe cuter. Then we've got.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
don't
okay.
wanna
Show
button.
that. No, show it.
Okay, I'll just like intermission.
Right.
Those are some color swatches.
Ooh, pretty. That's gorgeous. Okay, intermission.
Whoopsie.
Nice.
I'm not sure the setup is like the best.
I know
setup
we're a
for
little
us.
awkward here, but I think
It'll be
everyone,
okay.
people are okay.
This is just one of those
Love
times
this
where,
one. This
where
one's
art's
pretty
imitating
fun.
life a bit.
And
Here,
actually,
Candace.
this one, she did something different with the neck. Like
What'd she do?
she, oh, I didn't print it out, but she made like a little shawl collar that
Oh,
sort of went with
nice.
it.
Isn't
Yeah,
this
it's
pretty?
cute.
Yeah. So that one, this
love that one.
swatch that Sue just showed, that is my version of the cover original design.
I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we'll
Did I show
do,
this one? Yeah, I did.
and there's some other
Okay.
little color work, but that one has some interesting steeking stuff on it.
Okay, so that's the deal with this particular vest.
Mm-hmm.
It requires steeking, and that is why we had our scissors out.
Yes.
Because you have to cut your fabric.
Right,
Yes.
and it's not just like a cardigan,
No.
which just seems like the easy, simple way, the simple version of steeking.
Yeah, it's just a
to
straight
me.
line.
Like it's
Yeah.
just a straight line. But okay, can we
can
Okay.
flip that one in out. So one of the things that's really cool about traditional Scottish knitting, in the Fairisle tradition, Fairisle is one of the Shetland Islands that are part of this sort of like, I
Little
guess,
chain way up north.
yeah, way up north,
Cold.
the Hebrides, and so those garments traditionally are pretty much exclusively knit in the round. So when you get to this sort of underarm spot, you cast on steek stitches here, you start to shape your neckline, but this also gets steek stitches cast on. So you knit a tube all the way from your hip line to your shoulder knot line, and usually there's kind of a 3 needle bind off, or a couple of different ways to deal with it.
what with the shoulders? You mean? Okay.
Because knitting
And-
Fairisle in the round is
Can you
easier
move-
than knitting
move-
Fairisle back and
Move
forth
Quinn
flat.
closer to the
Quinn?
camera.
Get right there. People can see.
Okay.
I've been doing some Vanna
Okay,
white
She's
stuff.
doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got this.
Yeah.
So, what we will do in this class, this is going to be kind of a year-long / however long it takes us thing. So the first class, we are going to do some arts and crafts. You won't be able probably to see it all that well right here, but I did a plain chart of the design in the academic vest. Although if you want to do one of the other, you know, if you're feeling very ambitious and you want to do the wild roses, that would be phenomenal. It's a great pattern. You should do it.
Which is
and-
the one you're working
Which is
on
the one
for
I am
yourself.
working on,
Okay.
that I decided
Yeah.
that in 2024 this would be sort of my challenge knitting.
And then we
I
were
was
like,
gonna do
oh,
it.
So
Liz,
this
by
is-
the way.
This isn't the academic vest.
That is not the
Oh,
academic
okay.
vest. That is the wild roses.
Okay.
That has a bit more color work
That
going
has
on.
like 14
Right.
colors, and the academic has like 5 or 6.
okay.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 levels here.
Yes.
Right.
Choose your own adventure. And so so we'll spend some time talking about color theory, how you pick colors,
Adventure.
adventures.
Advest.
And then also
In-
you can totally copy Liz's samples.
You can totally copy my samples. Sue and I spent an afternoon and we put together a bunch of
Did we?
color groups. We sure did.
I wasn't
I
there
did
that
kinda
day,
remember
so
it.
I
And-
didn't get to do that.
And I
Yeah, I remember.
I'm knitting samples of them, so I will have several different things to look at. We'll talk about some quick and easy ways to pick colors if it stymies you. We will.
So this is the first class.
This is the first class, and then
And
then 2 weeks later. So it's not 1 week; it's 2, because I want to take
It's
our time.
homework.
We are going to be knitting a great big swatch like this, and we will steek it and block it, and I will have
cool.
some.
And that looks good enough to frame later.
This looks good
I
enough to
love
frame,
it.
and I also have some ideas for how we could, pick up bands on it, which we will use our swatches later on in the year to practice
okay.
picking
Do
up
not frame your,
bands.
do
Don't
not
throw
frame
it
your
away.
swatch yet.
But yeah, you could. This would make a really nice mug mat or trivet or
Pocket.
I have
pocket.
a question
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
If so when you do that,
Mhm.
is it possible that you could use that swatch to steek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will.
So wouldn't it be cut open
It-
until you're ready to steek?
No, we'll go ahead and cut it open now because we gotta. What
to
we are
measure,
gonna do
right.
is really measure for gauge, because there's the patterns gauge and there's your gauge.
Right.
And if you are getting a really nice fabric that behaves the way you want, it is better to do the math. Don't worry, we will do the math together.
Okay. This
important
is
is
why the
row
class
gauge
is
for that?
happening.
Row gauge is
Maybe not.
less important because
'Cause you
this
get to-
doesn't have sleeves.
Uh-huh.
The vests don't
Yay.
have sleeves, and traditionally, at least in the place where sleeves really matter, row gauge really matters, is when you have to be a certain width at the top and at the bottom, and you have to figure out how many steps you have to get there, and that typically happens in sleeves the most.
Okay.
So it's less of a concern, but we'll take care of it. So we're going to spend a lot of time on that. And at that point in the second class, we're going to decide together as a group, do we want to meet once a month? Do we want to meet every other month? And we'll just kind of sit and knit. And if you have questions or concerns, odds are you're not the only one. And we'll work through this project. And then this summer sometime, when we get to that point where we're ready to do the steeks, we're going to have a steeking workshop. And we will go over lots of different ways to do steeks. So the most traditional steeks like this, there is no reinforcement. This is just
cool.
a free cut steek.
Freeform steeking.
Freeform steek.
Woo.
But that is why we are using the Finull Garn, because this is a woolen spun yarn. It's very nice and fluffy. And this one, part of the reason this is sort of the advanced project is that this is knit at 8 stitches to the inch. This is this whole sweater in sock gauge.
Whoa.
Wow, right? Yeah.
Oh, that'll last you forever.
Forever. And so that's why the steeks don't need to be reinforced.
That's entertainment that lasts throughout the year. man.
Really?
Exactly.
I know.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I get that little, and I have ADD, so I'm like dopamine. I get that little like pump every time I
With the
finish a
color
row.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I always like that
color.
when I finish one row and I
That
love
is,
how it looks.
I love
It's
that
so-
one.
Yeah.
I really love that one.
I really like how this turned out
It
too.
reminds me of your cowboy sweater, Sue.
Oh, a little
The
bit.
colors.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
So we will talk about also, was a new one that I tried. I hadn't done this before. I needle felted my steek.
Okay.
Oh.
And that
Cool.
worked really nicely,
Huh.
and that'll give you a really natural look. This one on my owl sweater that I'm wearing here, this is a
Wise
crocheted
owl.
steek.
And then what about on that sweater next to you? That's
These are, this is I believe she
Christy's.
machine sewed it.
Yeah, she did.
She
This
did.
samples vest is a Mary Jane Muckletone pattern, and Christy Bacon did this. We borrowed it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little
It's-
little heavier weight
it's
than what we're going to be
DK,
working
yeah.
on, but
Yeah.
But it's a great, does anyone watch All Creatures Great and Small?
oh yeah.
Call the
all of
Midwife,
those kind of period
Land
films.
Girls.
It-
Amazing.
It's definitely, and Christy said this is so warm because that double layer of
Right.
yarn traps air. And it's breathable because it's
Yeah.
wool. So
Yeah.
all kinds of great things about it. We're excited.
And the other, there's so many fun things. We will go over color work knitting techniques. I knit continental and English style. So when I knit color work, I do one color in each hand. We'll talk about ways to do two colors in both hands.
Fun.
We will do
and
we'll do little gizmos if you like there's a little Norwegian thimble thing.
should we get some of those probably? The other thing that's nice about doing Fairisle style, long floats can be an issue and cause puckering and stuff, and you're really not going to get this
Yes.
with this gauge
There
of
is
color work.
and the
So that's nice.
yeah, and the academic is a little less intimidating. It's at 6 stitches to the inch. There is one place where there's a float that is a little bit long, and we will talk about
Okay,
ways you
how to
could
catch
deal
it.
with that.
Okay.
The good news is that we're using really felty yarn, and honestly, by the time you wash it a couple of times, that
don't
float
need
will
to.
felt into the back of
Right.
the sweater.
Yeah, I love
and
that philosophy.
You
Is
won't
it the
really-
pink yarn
It's
or
this
the
red.
brown?
It's
oh.
this red yarn.
Oh,
right
I
here.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
We're excited. I think it's going to be a fun group. It'll be like a little club.
yeah,
And anyway,
we have cool keychains.
yes,
Oh,
everyone will
yeah.
get the vest along because you're in the vest along for sure. We talked last week about vest, the vest situation, but we wanted to save this week with Liz to go in depth and get everyone,
It's like she's
inspired.
wearing the vest.
We can't accommodate a ton of people, but there are spots in it for anyone who's interested. It's it's a little bit of a commitment, but it's not. It really will go. It'll be fun.
But it's laid back. Like
Yeah.
if you, I mean, you don't. It's good if you can come to the first 2 classes.
yes,
But even if you're like I'm so excited and it doesn't quite work out, give us a call. We'll
It's
work
Yeah,
on
we
not
it.
can.
like, I mean, you could work on other projects.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's
like
what
it's
we
not
want.
like this is a,
Yeah.
I
I am not even a
you're
little
not, like,
bit
married
project
to that,
monogamous, and
so-
I'm making progress.
Mhm.
Okay.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's exciting. So, thanks for coming in, Liz.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you,
me.
Liz.
Thanks for being you.
No, off to your real life, I
Off to
guess.
real
Off to
life.
life. And have a fun trip. Liz is heading
I
out of
am.
town
I'm
tomorrow.
going
so
Heading to the
on
East
vacation.
Coast.
vacay. Don't forget your knitting.
I won't. I have my travel knitting all picked out.
That's the first thing.
And I know, right? Like as soon as I planned I was going, I was like, okay, what am I working
Gotta have all
on?
the
And
things.
for those of you following along at home, it's a pair of socks, the puff tee, and
The puff tee.
the puff tee.
You mean like,
Puffy. Not puffy.
oh,
Puff tea.
it's
puff
not a
tee.
loopy mango pattern.
No, it's of
I
course
don't know
I
if we know
can't.
about this. Okay.
Anyways,
stay tuned.
stay tuned. And I'm gonna finish my vanilla sweater, and I'm really excited that
Oh.
I'm also making in fabulous.
Yeah,
Oh,
Finull
yeah.
Garn. You can do more with
Finull
Finull Garn than color
Garn.
Yeah,
work.
and we have a few more things to show
Yes.
you
Yeah,
too.
Finull Garn's a great yarn.
All
so
right.
Speaking of
We're
vanilla,
we want to showcase it a little bit too. That's so it is like a box
Okay.
of crayons.
Thanks for having me.
You're
Yeah, thanks,
I
welcome.
will
Liz.
see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Here,
Have a great trip, Liz.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will.
All right.
we'll move up a little
Are
bit.
we up?
Yeah, we can move up a little tiny bit.
Okay.
There.
Um,
Beep, beep, beep. I've got our little,
I really like that.
this one.
aqua. That is
Yeah,
super
I
retro
do like
looking.
that one
Yeah.
too, actually.
So Skeindeer
Yep.
has a lot of patterns in the Ravelry sphere that feature Finull Garn. She is, I believe, Norwegian. She has Norwegian blood in her. But Finull Garn, I mean, we've talked about it before. Look, there's pink in there.
I know.
That's
I know.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm usually really like bright colors,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like Maybe still bright with some of the extra colors, but I do like the idea of it playing off gray. Because I do like a good neutral.
That'll be fun. That that first class that everyone does, I think everyone will inspire each other. I think that's my vision. I think it's going to be pretty fun to be a fly on the wall there.
She had a lot bigger ribbing. I'm
I
noticing.
thought you were going to say tummy.
Well, she might, but
Okay.
as is some of us.
That's okay.
Yep. Man, yesterday, I had an ab workout. Speaking of abs.
Oh.
And I can feel it.
That's
I
good.
can feel it.
Those are some muscles.
Yep.
Okay, so Finull Garn, that is coming up on the 27th. The whole shebang-a-rooney
right.
for Fairisle with Finull Garn. Finull Garn, and I think what we're going to do also in conjunction with that whole thing is a Finull Garn sale. For definitely the people who are in the class are going to have first we're not doing the
dibs.
sale before that class meets, because part of your class is going to be choosing colors.
And
We want you to have
in
the
case
full
you don't know,
palette.
there's always a class discount with your
There is.
supplies when you have a class through us.
But
so.
yeah, but our Finull Garn celebration is going to be a bit more than that.
Right.
We're hashing it out right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, we're,
Um,
we're making those decisions right now
On the fly.
On the fly, Finull Garn.
But the other things you can do with Finull Garn.
So, and you heard Liz talk about she's doing a vanilla sweater.
Yeah.
This is called
the vanilla fluff.
Vanilla fluff because it is Finull Garn, but it also has some mohair in it.
Yeah.
So
And
it's really
Kathy
soft.
knit this sample.
She did.
Connie's knit.
She's knit.
maybe two.
Yeah, I think she did
She's working
that
on
and the
another
vanilla
one.
fluff.
Espace Tricot has a couple patterns
Well,
that use Finull Garn.
I
Because the previous owners, I can't remember their names, they had a few designs for like the vanilla sweater. Was it vanilla sweater?
what are you doing?
What's happening? Oh,
Trying to stay
okay.
out of the frame.
Don't lose your scissors.
I did.
Okay, those
Like
are
the gal on
scissors.
Julia Child, the person that would like hand her the
I'm leaving
food
these
behind
here
the
for
counter.
you
Oh,
while I'm
awesome.
on
Okay.
my
Okay.
trip.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
People can touch them.
They're awesome.
Well, my Cedar Point
Yeah.
sweater is an Espace pattern, and
that's-
I use
you used
Finull Garn.
So maybe it's just, I don't know. Anyway, Finull Garn
I'll bring
is
it
a good
in
one.
so we can talk about
It-
that later.
Like even up to a size 6 needle, which is what this is, I think Finull Garn will
Yeah.
handle. So fingering
Kind of
to
at a
sport
DK.
weight,
Yep.
but you could it's
could
nice.
beef up
it's
your
wool, so it's
gauge.
gonna trap heat but be breathable, all the things. Okay, and
So
then
we've-
Ashley knit these a long time
Yeah.
ago.
So this little set, I don't remember the name of it, but I'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. It's the gradient.
Oh, it's gradient mesh
Yep, there you
beanie. I
go.
could have looked at that.
So yeah, this is the book, which we have copies of.
I know we do.
We do. We have plenty of
Woo,
copies.
look at how tall that is.
And
It looks like a chef hat. Sorry,
I don't
have
know
to
if I
arrange
have
it.
an actual kit on the website, but I could make that happen because we know exactly
You know what else
you need.
Finull Garn would be really nice for is temperature blankets.
Oh yes, we've been selling the heck out of temperature blankets and
Colorwork
Finull Garn would be
stockings,
great
if
for
anyone
that.
has that urge. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Well, yes,
Colorwork stockings. Yeah. So Finull Garn, we love it. It's fabulous.
I know it's fun.
A lot of
just
people
to
know how amazing
sit
it is.
and look at this wall and imagine different color combos. And weirdly, like sometimes things just get tossed into piles, and then I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good combo. So I do like it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cubbies.
Yeah, a
with
lot of real estate in this
5
shop.
Skeins in
is
each one
devoted to
about.
that.
Yes.
It's good.
Yep.
Okay.
That is a start.
Yeah. And then we have another class coming up. I don't think you would want to use Finull Garn for it, but you could. It's an intro to, it's a sock class for a newbie sock knitter. So
Yep.
learn to knit
And
socks.
that's actually starting on the 13th.
That would be
Yeah.
this Saturday.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is coming up. We definitely have spots. I don't know if people, it's not on, anyway, So socks with Shannon.
Yep, and
DK weight.
she's good at it.
It's her
She-
pattern.
Yep.
It is shadow wrap heel.
So that might not mean anything to anybody that just
If you
beginning
don't know socks.
but there's multiple ways to knit heels, and she's perfected this one. So that's how
It's
she
her
teaches
pattern.
it. Yep.
So it is designed for a brand new sock knitter. I mean, you obviously need to know how to knit.
Yep.
But I think beyond that, you are golden.
Yep.
So
yep.
there's a few spots if
Right.
you and pass it along if that's on anyone's.
We actually have
list.
a few classes coming up. So
But that one,
that one's the most.
we need I'm gonna maybe
we'd
look
love
for
for-
a sock to show people.
Okay. All right.
Shannon's got a sock.
Okay.
Oh, the book is bent.
Oh shoot.
Sorry.
Guess that's our copy.
Yep.
Yep. So that book, it's about a series of books that Kate Davies has, kind of her own little publishing
Okay, I found
company.
A good sock.
Okay, she found some socks. Hurry, run! Don't make me talk and make things up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Um,
okay.
Look, there you go.
That
so
is
socks
her
with
pattern.
Yeah, that's a different one, but
But
socks
yeah.
with Shannon. We've also done heel workshops with Shannon before, so she's a great sock teacher, and I mean, she's a great teacher in general. So come on down. Classes are a wonderful way just to connect with people too.
I think
which
so
is an
too. I mean, a lot of people
important thing to do
like to do things on their
all
own
the time.
but I do think being in a group, I
There's-
think you learn more in a group because everyone has questions, that they can't ask when you're by themselves.
And we just
So-
finished up our first sweater class. It was so fun to watch
Oh
them
my
grow.
gosh.
And congrats, everyone. That was
I love our graduation video.
Doing
So if
graduate.
you haven't seen it, it's on.
so
It's
yeah.
pretty cool.
So look at the socks as another little challenge if you're a newer knitter, or if you're someone who's attempted socks and wants like some formal instruction. It would be
Yeah,
good.
it's
So
definitely worth the tips and tricks. That's for definitely sure.
We're
So,
pretty
what has Sue been working on lately?
pass me that cool hat. So I'm gonna pop this in the mail today. This is the hipster hat. It's a petite knit pattern. It's a lot of 2x2 ribbing. The
And that's
extra special
for?
thing, this is for Ed, my middle child, who had a 26th birthday yesterday. Yay, Ed!
Yay, Ed.
So, and sorry I wasn't on the ball with your January 8th birthday gift. There's another thing coming your way. This will be in the mail today. But look at how pretty and neutral.
Yeah, this is the Pasquale Camel DK.
Camel
which
DK.
just to touch and to knit with is
The
it's
knitting was nice.
really
It's
nice.
a chainette construction, but the joy is truly after I blocked it. It is like butter,
and it was soft
and
beforehand.
cashmere adjacent, I would say for sure. And I looked up some camel fiber stuff. So this is baby camel.
So was that a 2-skein project?
This was 3.
Okay.
I had some left. My only pro tip on this is when you are on double points, decreasing the purl 2 together through the back of the loop. I would
So-
suggest a very sharp needle.
Okay.
So
What did you use? Like a wood one?
I didn't have a sharp tip
Oh.
on that. And for hats, I stick to tradition and do double points for hats.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like magic looping.
Well,
that, so.
sometimes what I'll do when
But
I
it's
have,
cute, don't you think? Do I look hip?
You are totally a hipster. I thought of that right away when I'm thinking that now. Yeah.
So-
Maybe if you kind of had an angle, maybe, and had a little wrinkle. Oh yeah, there you go.
No. What is it? I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't
Sorry.
either.
Making a complete fool of
Because
myself.
I need to have a hat on too to make me look cool,
Yeah.
I guess.
So this is nice. And I think camel is probably, I think it's warmer than wool. I was trying to do the research on that, but it's like a hoofed, that
Right.
animal, is it related to alpaca?
I don't know.
I'm Digging myself
if you
in.
know the answer, please tell us.
Yeah. But they did say that camels, they they live in the desert mainly, and so, you know, it can be super hot,
And they got
and
a lot of fur.
their fiber insulates them from the, you know, the sun and the heat, but also then it can get really cold too, so
Yeah,
their fiber
at night,
is kind of
pretty
nice
cold, I think.
for that reason. So anyway,
Well,
I like it. It was a fun
happy
project.
birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday, Ed.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I've just I've been working on my shawl, and I don't have it next to me, but I am on the end section.
Oh, then you
And
get to do the little tassels.
Then I get to do the tassels. I definitely have to block it first. I don't want to block it with the, I think, with
do you
the
have
tassels on it.
Do you have to block in your new space or your old space at home?
That's a problem because I don't really have any space.
You're
right
in
now.
limbo.
I am in limbo land. My craft room has been pretty much demolished, and there's just piles of stuff we're giving away. And you know that we used it when we did the the prairie fiber thing. It was like had the silver buckets in it.
Oh, right.
I don't know what to do with that. Should I save it?
I can't totally visualize it right now.
Yeah, it's got like 16 buckets on it hanging, so you can put little things in it.
Where did you have that? You just had that.
I got it when Copper Colander went out of business. It's one of the many things I picked up from them.
Oh yeah.
So,
well,
we
okay. Well, good luck with that.
Message about alpacas, I think.
Oh, someone chimed in.
Someone looked. Llamas and alpacas are cousins. Camels, all in the same camelid family.
That's kind of what I thought. I couldn't come up with the word.
Michelle.
Thanks.
So I had no idea
Woohoo.
Michelle would know those things.
I bet she asked
Googled
her friend
it.
Siri.
Or Google, yes.
Yeah.
Alexis.
So, yeah, no, I think it's actually warmer. So, yeah, that's a new yarn from Pasquale, and Pasquale is maybe a little more on the luxury end of the yarn world.
Right.
Well, we've got cashmere from them, which is delightful.
Which I haven't used, but during my clean out, I found an old Debbie Bliss pattern that uses cashmere in hot pink and orange, and now I'm like, we have those colors.
It's pretty nice. We our cashmere is fingering weight, and then we have a worsted too, which probably, for those of you who want to be in the know, is going to go on sale, which would be good to know about. We don't have, I mean, because
that's
the
a surprise
worsted,
to me.
Well, the worsted, we don't need the worsted, but
Okay,
the fingering weight, you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
that sense.
Yeah, because
And
you
then
can knit it up.
It's more of probably a sport weight. Our friend Teresa finished a project with it, and she's like, for me, it was more of a sport to DK, ultimately, so she didn't need as much. So anyway.
It's possible I might make that little project.
So, and then anyway, so Pasquale is a really nice company. Anyway. Yeah. So
what else is happening? Let's see what time it is. It is 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's probably time.
Yeah, it is.
Almost time.
It is 10.
So, nice wintry weather for us, finally.
Yeah, finally.
So we can get our sweaters out and be all cozy. That's good.
And yes, I've been getting hats and scarves and mittens out, which I
know.
haven't done for a year.
Yeah, it's time.
You have to go through your drawers to see, like, what do I have? So
I know.
That matches my new barn coat.
Cool. Go muck out the barn.
Yeah, if I had, I muck out the backyard. I got 2 dogs. There's a lot of muck to be mucked.
That's a lot of livestock.
Well,
okay.
I think that's it, folks. So we'll
remember,
see
sock class this Saturday. Sign up, and then the Fairisle with Finull Garn and Vest along is here. Are we signing up for that?
I'll
If you're taking one of the Vest classes, you're automatically in it.
And then